did math and went home.
All right, let's put that one up there. All right, I did math and went home. Okay, I did math. What did you do in math?
We had a lot of multiplication problems. It was really hard. It was hard.
Okay.
I had to. It took me a while.
Well, instead of saying I did, because you did, I did math. That doesn't quite sound right to me. I'm more thinking like I worked on some multiplication problems. I worked on some multiplication problems.
And they were hard. So if I cross that first part out and we say, I worked on multiplication problems and they were hard. Okay. Comma.
Multiplication problems. Because we are taking a breath there. Yes, that's right.
Oh, so I worked on multiplication problems, comma. They were hard.
And they were hard.
And they were hard.
Yes.
And they were hard? Okay.
Yeah, I would say and they were hard.
Okay. All right. But then the next part, and then we put a period at the end of that, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then the next part
and you said and went home. So that's going to be a new sentence there.
Okay.
So, and that happened at the end of the day, right? So when we put things in order, we do something first, we do something next, and we do something last. And sometimes we say finally. So you can say, and finally, I went home. So we need to take that breath again. And finally, we need a comma there. I went home. So we're taking this one sentence and we're going to make it into two sentences. What do you think?
I think that's better.
Okay. Well, now you can take what you have here, what we've learned here, and put
it on here. Do I need the end? I like,
You don't have to say the end. I don't say the end when I'm telling a story to somebody.
Yeah.
I don't say the end.
Okay. So I guess I can get rid of that.
I think so.
So I'm glad we did this because I think I'm going to rewrite it in my notebook. But what happens if I come back again tomorrow and I'm not happy with it again?
Then you can add more. You can add more words to it. You can make it sound even better. We made it that you had lunch and we turned it into delicious cheesy pizza, and we didn't just do math. You worked on some multiplication problems and they were hard, and so we're getting a much better picture. We're using more descriptive words to talk about your story.
I did more than just that day.
But this is kind of like a summary of the day too, and that's something that we need to focus. We don't want to make it too long, and you tell me about every single day. And then I itched my face, and then I went and sharpened my pencil because people are gonna be like, "Really? When is this gonna end?"
Okay.
So now I think this is good. This is a really good start. You've got the right stuff.
Hey, Isha.
Hi. I have a problem. I've got a problem.
Oh, you've got a problem?
I've got a big problem. I have these two numbers here.
Those are big numbers.
They are big numbers, and I have to subtract them. I know how to add them together, but now I've got to subtract them. And this is the part that always confuses me.
Yeah.
So I know the big number goes on the top, the larger number, and that's the 348 is 300, 100, so 300 is bigger.
Yes.
So I'm gonna
good. So I'm
going to put 348, and I know I need to put my takeaway, my subtraction sign, 197. 197.
I like how you lined them all up.
Yes, I did line. Yeah,
that's a really good thing.
Well, because I know the hundreds have to go together, the tens have to go together, and the ones have to go.
So that's good. Good job.
All right. So now comes the hard part. So 8 take away 7.
Okay.
So that's 1, right?
Yeah.
1. Okay. So I'm gonna put 1. All right. Now 4 take away 9. That's 5. Right? I'm going to put 5 here. And then 3 take away 1 is 4. Is that right?
So
I don't think it's right.
Something that you might want to think about is when you're doing subtraction, the number, this big number, should not be smaller than your answer.
Oh,
so you're in a 300 here. So your number down here should be smaller than the 300. So let's do this again.
I see the mistake I made though. I see it because 3 take away 1 isn't 4. It's 2. So that's the right answer. This is the right answer. Right?
Well, okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer.
I made another mistake somewhere.
So let's set this up again. So you 348.
Okay.
And subtracting 197.
Okay.
That's perfect. Your setup is great.
Okay.
8 subtract 7. So you start with 8. And you take away 7. We have 1. So that's correct.
Okay.
So that one is right.
All right.
Now, if you only have 4, can I take 9 away from you?
No.
No, because like if you've only got 4, you can't take 9 away from 4. That's just not possible. Because 9 is way bigger than 4. And I think here you kind of, in your brain, flipped them around and did 9 subtract 4 instead of 4 subtract 9.
Oh, okay.
And that's okay because that's a mistake that a lot of times we make, but you just have to be conscious of it. Like keep reminding yourself, looking at the order of the numbers. It's always 4 subtract 9, not 9 subtract 4. So if we're doing 4 subtract 9, can we take away 9 from 4? No, we can't.
No, if I've only got 4 M&Ms in my pocket, I can't give you.
You can't give me 9.
No, because I only have 4.
Yeah. So we've got to borrow. So we've got to go borrow some M&Ms.
I gotta go borrow
from the
some
neighbor.
M&Ms.
So we're gonna go borrow M&Ms from our neighbor, and we're gonna make this a 2, and we're gonna give 10 M&Ms to the neighbor for. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay.
So it's like 10 plus 4, which would be 14, right? 14, right? So now we're working with 14. Can we take away 9 from 14 now?
Yes.
Yeah,
because this not. Because this number's bigger now.
It's bigger now. So we have 14 M&Ms that we could take 9 away from. So what would the answer be? Do you know?
Okay, so 14.
You can sometimes count up from the number, like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So then
I was right, but I didn't do it right.
You're right! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Wow.
You know, math is tricky like that.
It is tricky like that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Okay. Oh, but here we go. Okay. So now instead of having the 3, we have 2 because we lent 10 to the neighbor. Mm-hmm. So 2 subtract 1
is 1.
Is 1. So.
And I had put 4 here because I added them together instead of subtracting.
Yes.
And I know that I've seen that answer before, like on you know, on that test that we have to take, and then that's gonna be one of the answers they're gonna try to trick me with.
They're gonna put it there.
Yeah.
They're gonna put it on there. Now, one thing that I want to go back to is that if we remember our big number here, the answer is smaller than this number. It's always going to be smaller. So it's a quick, to help you kind of check your work. I mean, it's not going to give you your answer, but it's something to look for. Like if your number down here is it's bigger than this number, then it's wrong for sure when you're doing subtraction.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
Who's right? What do you think?